Martin Luther King Jr., the dream that changed the world. Few individuals in history have left as profound a mark on the world as Martin Luther King Jr., a symbol of hope, equality, and justice. Dr. King's life and work continue to inspire generations. In this video, we'll explore the extraordinary life of the man who had a dream and forever changed the course of history. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us for more inspiring stories. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, to a family deeply rooted in faith and activism. His father, Martin Luther King Sr., was a preacher, and his mother, Alberta Williams King, was a skilled musician and teacher. These influences shaped King's values of faith, education, and service to others. Growing up in the segregated South, young Martin navigated a world where racial inequality was the norm. Even as a child, he was acutely aware of the injustices around him. One pivotal moment came when he was just 6 years old. A white playmate's parents decided their son could no longer play with Martin because of his race. This early experience of discrimination left a lasting impact on young King, igniting a desire to fight for justice. As Martin grew older, his intellectual curiosity and sense of justice deepened. He was an avid reader, diving into books about history, philosophy, and religion. His parents encouraged his academic pursuits, understanding that education was a powerful tool for change. At 15, Martin entered Morehouse College, a historically black institution that would further hone his leadership skills and commitment to social justice. These formative years laid the groundwork for Martin Luther King Jr.'s journey toward becoming one of the most influential figures in history. His early experiences of discrimination, coupled with the strong moral and educational foundation provided by his family, set the stage for a life dedicated to fighting for equality and justice. As we continue to explore his remarkable life, we'll see how these early influences blossomed into a powerful movement that would change the world forever. Later on, he continued his studies at Crozer Theological Seminary and Boston University, where he earned a PhD in systematic theology. During his time in Boston, he met Coretta Scott, a talented singer and activist who would become his life partner and fellow advocate for justice. King's academic background and exposure to theology provided him with the tools to articulate a compelling vision for justice and equality. While at Crozer Theological Seminary, he became deeply influenced by Henry David Thoreau's essay, Civil Disobedience, which advocated for nonviolent resistance against injustice. It was also during this time that King first learned about Mahatma Gandhi's successful use of nonviolent protest to achieve social and political change in India. These ideas would profoundly shape King's approach to leadership in the civil rights movement. In 1955, a simple act of defiance sparked a revolution. Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama, led to the Montgomery Bus Boycott. King, then a young pastor, was chosen to lead the movement. For 381 days, African Americans in Montgomery refused to ride city buses, enduring threats, violence, and arrests. Their determination led to a groundbreaking victory in 1956, ending segregation on public buses and propelling Dr. King into the national spotlight as a leader of the civil rights movement. Dr. King believed deeply in the power of nonviolence, drawing inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. From the Birmingham Campaign to the March on Washington, he championed peaceful resistance as the most powerful tool for change. His leadership exposed the deep-rooted racism in America and inspired people of all backgrounds to join the fight for equality. One of the most pivotal moments of King's career came on August 28, 1963, when he delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech during the March on Washington. Standing before a crowd of over 250,000 at the Lincoln Memorial, King painted a vision of a future where people would be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream. About the I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners may be able to sit down together. I have a dream. The state of Mississippi was standing justice. Transformations of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My four little children, one in a nation, not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day every valley should This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children fathers died land. Hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
This speech became a defining moment in the civil rights movement and solidified King's legacy as a voice of hope and unity. Beyond his iconic speeches and marches, King worked tirelessly to address systemic inequalities in housing, education, and employment. He recognized that economic justice was an essential component of racial equality. In 1966, King launched the Chicago Campaign to address segregation and poverty in northern cities. While this campaign faced significant challenges, it marked an important expansion of the civil rights movement's focus beyond the South and demonstrated King's commitment to tackling injustice in all its forms. Despite his achievements, King faced relentless challenges, including death threats, FBI surveillance, and imprisonment. Yet, his commitment to justice never wavered. In 1964, his efforts were recognized on the world stage when he became the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. The struggle for equality continued, highlighted by the Selma to Montgomery marches in 1965, which played a critical role in the passage of the Voting Rights Act. These events demonstrated the ongoing fight against racial injustice and King's unwavering dedication to securing equal rights for all Americans. One of King's most ambitious efforts in the later years of his life was the Poor People's Campaign. This initiative aimed to bring together people from all racial and ethnic backgrounds to demand economic justice and an end to poverty. King planned a massive march on Washington to pressure the federal government to address issues such as affordable housing, fair wages, and access to education. Although he did not live to see the campaign's culmination, it highlighted his belief that true equality could not exist without addressing the economic disparities that affected millions. Tragically, on April 4, 1968, the world lost a great leader. Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, while supporting striking sanitation workers. His death sent shockwaves across the nation, sparking riots and mourning. Yet, his dream lived on. Today, we honor Martin Luther King Jr. with a national holiday, countless memorials, and the continued fight for justice and equality. His work reminds us that the journey toward equality is far from over, and that we must carry his legacy forward. The legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. is evident in the continued efforts to address racial inequality, voter suppression, and systemic injustice in the United States and around the world. From the Black Lives Matter movement to grassroots activism in communities, King's philosophy of nonviolent resistance and his vision for justice remain as relevant today as they were during the civil rights movement. His life serves as a reminder that progress requires courage, unity, and relentless determination. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. It is up to us to ensure that arc continues to bend in the right direction." Let us honor his memory by standing up for justice, equality, and human dignity. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the life of a man who changed the world. Remember, his dream is our responsibility. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.